How does personality develop? Personalities start forming in early childhood, influenced by a complex interplay of genetics and environment. Genes provide the blueprint, but experiences, interactions with caregivers, cultural background, even traumatic events, shape the final product. As a person grows, coping mechanisms, beliefs, and patterns of relating to others develop. Imagine a child growing up in a chaotic or unpredictable home environment. They might learn that the world is an unsafe place and develop coping mechanisms like being overly cautious or distrustful. These mechanisms, while initially protective, can become so ingrained that they persist into adulthood, even when they're no longer adaptive.
What are personality disorders? Essentially, they're deeply ingrained patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that can cause significant distress and difficulty in a person's life. These patterns often revolve around how someone views themselves, others, and the world around them.
Personality disorders are grouped into three main clusters: Cluster A, Cluster B, and Cluster C. Each cluster of personality disorders is characterized by a specific set of symptoms and traits. Cluster A is often referred to as the odd or eccentric cluster. Cluster B is the dramatic, emotional, or erratic cluster. Cluster C is the anxious or fearful cluster.
Cluster A personality disorders. Paranoid personality disorder. People with paranoid personality disorder are often distrustful and suspicious of others. They may believe that others are out to harm or deceive them, even without any valid reason. Common traits include difficulty trusting others, unjustified suspicion of others' motives, holding grudges, unfounded fear of infidelity in relationships.
Schizoid personality disorder. Individuals with schizoid personality disorder tend to avoid social interactions and show little interest in forming close relationships. They often appear detached and indifferent to praise or criticism. Key traits include preferring to be alone, lack of desire for close friendships or relationships, little interest in sexual experiences, difficulty expressing emotions.
Schizotypal personality disorder. People with schizotypal personality disorder exhibit eccentric behavior and have trouble forming relationships. They may have unusual speech patterns, beliefs, and perceptions. Common traits include odd speech or thinking patterns, dressing in an unusual manner, belief in having special powers or abilities, experiencing unusual sensations, such as hearing voices, social anxiety, suspicion of others without reason.
Cluster B personality disorders. Antisocial personality disorder. Individuals with antisocial personality disorder often disregard the rights of others and the rules of society. They may exhibit frequent involvement in illegal activities, lying, deceitful, impulsivity, recklessness, engaging in risky behaviors, irritability and frequent physical fights or assaults, irresponsibility, no guilt for harming others.
Borderline personality disorder is marked by instability in relationships, self-image, and emotions. Common symptoms include fear of abandonment, unstable relationships, distorted and unstable self-image, impulsive behaviors such as spending sprees, unsafe sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, or binge eating, emotional instability, chronic feelings of emptiness, intense anger, stress-related paranoid thoughts or dissociative symptoms, recurrent self-harming or suicidal behaviors, gestures, or threats.
Histrionic personality disorder. Individuals with histrionic personality disorder exhibit excessive emotionality and attention-seeking behavior. Traits include constantly seeking reassurance or approval, using physical appearance to draw attention, inappropriately seductive or provocative actions, rapidly shifting and exaggerated emotions, perceiving relationships as more intimate than they are.
Narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Symptoms include exaggerates achievements and talents, preoccupied with fantasies of success and power, requires excessive admiration, expects favorable treatment and compliance, exploits others for personal gain, arrogant behaviors.
Cluster C personality disorders. Avoidant personality disorder. Individuals with avoidant personality disorder exhibit a pervasive pattern of social inhibition, feelings of inadequacy, and hypersensitivity to negative evaluation. Common traits include avoiding social interactions due to fear of criticism or rejection, inferiority complex, hesitant to take risks or try new activities due to fear of embarrassment, extreme shyness.
Dependent personality disorder. People with dependent personality disorder have an excessive need to be taken care of, which leads to submissive and clinging behavior and fears of separation. Key traits include difficulty making decisions without excessive advice, needing others to handle major life areas, fear of disagreement due to fear of losing support, low self-confidence, feeling helpless when alone, quickly seeking new relationships for support after one ends.
Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder is characterized by preoccupation with orderliness, perfectionism, and control. Common traits include detail obsession, perfectionist tendencies, prioritizing work over social life and leisure activities, inflexibility and strict adherence to moral and ethical standards, hoarding, control issues, unwillingness to delegate tasks unless done their way, extreme saving habits, viewing money as something to be hoarded for future crises, rigid and stubborn behavior.
Recognizing these signs and symptoms can be crucial in identifying and seeking help for personality disorders as they impact social, occupational, and other life functions. The brain is incredibly resilient, and with the right support and interventions, individuals can learn healthier coping mechanisms and develop more adaptive ways of interacting with the world.
For more educational videos, like and subscribe. For opportunities to earn continuing education credits or CEU, visit www.advancedpractice.io. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Advanced Practice.